Good morning, student. I am S. Vidya, Assistant Professor in Vellalar College of Education. Let's talk about the topic Educational Psychology, History, Nature and Definition. First, meaning of psychology. The word psychology derives its meaning from the two Greek words psyche, which means soul, and logos means science or knowledge. Psychology literally means the science of soul. What is the definition of psychology? A science that systematically studies and attempts to explain observable behavior and its relationship to unseen mental process experiences that go on inside the organisms and to external events in the environment. The goals of psychology are description, explanation, prediction, and control of behavior, including subjective experience. History of psychology. Before 1917, psychology was not separate discipline, rather it was studied under philosophy. Some of the contributors of psychology were as follows. William Wundt in 1879 opened first experimental laboratory in psychology at the University of Leipzig in Germany. He is considered as the father of psychology. An American Psychological Association was established in 1892 and the founder was J. Stanley Hall. In 1896, John Dewey and William James supported the functionalism in psychology. In 1896, Sigmund Freud developed the theory of psychoanalysis. On the basis of the therapy, later on he developed the therapy of free association and dream analysis. In 1905, IQ test developed by Alfred Binet and Theodore Simmons. In 1913, John B.V. Watson supported the behavioral aspects of psychology. In 1921, Swiss psychiatrist Hermann Rorschach devised a personality test based on patients' interpretation of ink blots, which is named as Rorschach ink blot test. History of psychology. In 1921, first Nobel Prizes for psychological research was given in Charles Frederick Menger. In 1921, Ivan Pavlov developed the theory of classical conditioning through the experimental approach. In 1935, Gestalt psychology came into existence. P.F. Skinner proposed the theory of operant conditioning. Definition of educational psychology. In educational psychology is defined as that branch of psychology which is concerned with psychological researches as applied to any or all aspects of educational process and practices. It is in relation to problems like learning, teaching and training. Educational psychology is a systematic study of educational growth development of a child. Nature of educational psychology. Nature is scientific as it has been accepted that it is a science of education. The nature of educational psychology are psychology is a science. Educational psychology is a natural science, social science, positive science, applied science, and developing or growing science. Educational psychology is a science. Science is a branch of study concerned with observation of facts and establishment of variable general laws. It has its objectives of understanding, explaining, predicting, and control of facts. Educational psychology also developed in objective methods of collection of data. It also aims at understanding, predicting, and controlling of human behavior. Educational psychology also a natural of science. Educational psychologist conducts his investigation, gathers his data, and reaches his conclusion in exactly the same manner as psychiatrist or biologist. Educational psychology is a social science. Like the sociologist, anthropologist, economist, or political scientist, the educational psychologist studies human being and their sociability. And the educational psychology also a positive science. Normative science like logic or ethics deals of facts as they ought to be. The positive science deals with the facts as they are as so apparent. Educational psychology studies the child's behavior as it is not as it ought to be. So it is a positive science. Educational psychology is a applied science. It is the application of psychological principles in the field of education. By applying the principles and techniques of psychology, it tries to study the behavior and experience of the peoples. As a branch of psychology, it is parallel to any other applied psychology. For example, educational psychology draws heavily facts from such areas as developmental psychology, clinical psychology, abnormal psychology, and social psychology. Educational psychology is a development or growing science. It is concerned with new and ever new researches. As research findings accumulate, educational psychologists get better insight to the child's nature and behavior. Thank you.